things about being in a place like Switzerland at this moment is there are a lot of things that you and I now take absolutely for granted in India are not available in what is supposed to be a developed Western country like Switzerland, and that too a place which is supposed to be as high-end as Davos. And I'm sure that must tickle the heart and the imagination of our Telecom and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, who's now joining us at the India Today Business Today studios at the World Economic Forum at Davos. Minister, welcome.
Hello.
It's so fascinating that so many things, whether it's just scanning, paying, digital, cashless payments, or even 5G, which we are taking as a given and cribbing about 5G ki speed achhi nahi hai sometimes, a lot of that now is not present in a country like Switzerland, which earlier would have imagined ki wahan jaake dekhte kya hota. Now it's like they should come home and see some of the things that we've got going for us.
Absolutely. Whether you take digital payments, whether you take 5G, most of the things that Prime Minister Modi has implemented in the last 10 years are at a scale and at a speed which many of the other participants, many other countries are not able to imagine. Today, we have 5G on more than 400,000 sites. If you combine the sites in U.S. and Europe together, India is today more than that. Digital payments. It's when we explain
we have
how
more 5G than Europe and the United States put together, you're saying?
Put together, yeah. And that is just implementation schedule of what, 15 months? So that's the pace at which Modi ji is working, and that's his guarantee. That's his guarantee that we will make India world class on practically every aspect of technology and make sure that the technology is democratized. When I explained this concept, how digital payment, digital credit, digital insurance is reaching the last mile, people at the bottom of the pyramid, the participants in the financial world are amazed at it. In the morning I had a session with Mr. Ray Dalio. He said this is probably the best example of empowering the weakest sections of the society that he has seen.
You know, I was at a session where you were participating and speaking with a whole host of European, American and other people about the war on chips. And what I found in that conversation generally is that the world still doesn't seem convinced. I don't use the word condescension, but the sense that I got was that बोल तो रहे मंत्री जी पता नहीं कर पाएंगे कि नहीं. A, running behind schedule, and B, also whether a country that's so late to the manufacturing party in an area as high-end and as technical as chip manufacturing can actually do something meaningful. Davos and people here don't seem convinced at this moment.
Absolutely not. We have had two sessions on chips. One was a roundtable with the leaders of the industry. Second one was a public forum. It was a panel. I don't know whether you saw the panel only or you saw the roundtable also. So roundtable, all the leaders of the industry, they are amazed at the pace at which things have moved. See, what is the value chain? The value chain starts from design, comes to manufacturing, comes to actual products in which it goes, right? In this entire value chain, we are very strong in the design side. And in design side, the way the policies are structured, we are maturing from being a back office to a full product designer. And this is a statement from practically 5 global leaders. They say time has come when India's design engineers are actually going out to the customers, taking the concept and converting that concept into full product. That's not a small statement. Close to 30% of the talent is today in India. So manufacturing is the next corollary of that. And when they see the example of Micron plant, June 23, the announcement is done. September 23, actual construction starts on the ground. How many days? 90 days. 90 days, it's a record for anywhere else in the world. This has given huge confidence. We had people from the gas industry, people from chemicals. They all said we are absolutely comfortable with the way the first plant has come. See, the success of the first plant is very, very, very important to give confidence. And that success today is visible. December 24, we see the first chip rolling out of that plant.
Just now?
Yeah, December 24, we will see the first chip rolling out of this plant. So that's the confidence which people have shown. And if you remember that panel, when they asked one of the panelists, what is the mistake that you see in India's strategy? He said none.
Clearly that is showing results, because yesterday, within a couple of hours of Foxconn and HCL Group making an announcement for a joint venture for chip testing, we had Roshni Nadar speak about the ambitions there. And they, by the way, she also said, were co-terminus with Apple in manufacturing the first chip way back in the 70s. The larger point here, sir, in terms of India's semiconductor ambitions, the government's outlay and the PLI support that you have given, what kind of results do you see happening with regard to our own domestic chip manufacturing capacity? How much can we replace our imports eventually?
Listen, this is going to be a 10-year journey. This is not a journey which is for a year or a quarter or a monthly basis. One has to look at it from that perspective. We are starting a new industry, totally new industry from scratch. I can very clearly see that we will gain both the high end of the value chain, which is design, and the medium end, which is manufacturing. See, somebody was sharing in that round table that countries like Taiwan and South Korea, they had to put so much effort in developing the design ecosystem, which India already has at a very advanced stage. Today, practically every complex chip is designed partly or fully in India. So that is a very big advantage which we must leverage upon and use that. And in fact, today in the roundtable, the participants said that there are sectors, for example, medical devices. Such sectors are absolutely ready to take by anybody who would like to take. And we can focus on those sectors, decide upon, let's say, 5 or 10 such products and do a full scale.
Let's spend some time talking about